Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about a Power Automate desktop preview feature that is related to self-healing, and we'll look how to make your Power Automate in Power Automate desktop more reliable by handling failures intelligently with AI. So in real world scenario, desktop flow often fails due to small issues such as like UI element not loading on time or minor application changes or missing files or execution delays. So instead of allowing the flow to stop immediately, what we can do, we can design it to detect the issues, retry action and recover automatically. And with this new self-healing feature, it's very easy to do it. So we'll walk through your structured way of implementing retry logic, error handling, and using this self-healing feature in today's video. So as we are looking over here, self-healing is in preview and it's a Power Automate desktop and AI powered capability that helps desktop flows to recover UI and browser automation failures caused by missing or changed UI elements. This is pretty impactful because we need not to change our flows. If small UI element gets changed frequently, then we are not bothered about like changing or updating our flows frequently to accommodate that. So as it's a preview feature, and what we need is to have our Power Automate desktop version 2.6 is or greater than that, so that we can have this self-healing feature enabled for our Power Automate desktop. And of course, like with that, we have one prerequisite. You have to go to your Copilot setting, and over here in Copilot setting, just look for AI provider operating as Microsoft subprocessors. So this has to be enabled and it should be shown as Anthropic by default. So once this is enabled, then this Power Automate desktop is okay to use this generative AI capability of self-healing. So what we look at is one sample form filling where like we'll be submitting one claim using our Power Automate desktop, and this claim, once it's submitted, as it's a web form, so what we expect is our Power Automate desktop will automatically submit this form. But what if like if any of the field gets changed or the element selector gets changed, then also this should not break. For example, this submit claim, if this change it to enter a claim or request or reimburse a claim, so then our automation should not break. So this is the use case we are going to take, and I'm just using this v0 Vercel by Vercel to create this sample form, and it's just published. So with a few prompts I get it created and publish it on a public URL, so that for a demo we can use this form. So as in like for real time, you would be having your applications which you can submit using our automation RPs. So now going back to our Power Automate desktop, I'm just opening up my environment. So this is my Power Automate desktop, and over here we will start with one simple flow, and we will record our screen so that we can get this feature end-to-end working. So I'll just say that self-healing flow preview. So this is the UI element. This will actually give you the errors, what error it came up with, but you can turn it off or you can turn it on. So this is not the feature which we are talking about. So it gives a Copilot help that, okay, so how this is way you can fix your Power Automate. So I will just create it, and we will start by recording our form. So I will click on this record button. So this has launched my recorder, and once I click on record, it will start capturing my elements. So I'll just move it a bit side, and so that we can just start filling our information. So in this form, I'll just click on these fields so that I can add the text against it. So I'll populate the text as my name, and it started adding the elements. I'll add the other information, medical type. I'll add the date. This is the sample data I'm adding against it, the claim amount. I can add the description, and lastly, we will just capture this submit click. So once in submitted, it will show this claim submitted message. So I can just stop my recording. I can say done and go back to our Power Automate, and it has created all those actions for us by this recording. So now if I go to this bottom one, so we can review all our elements, but if I directly go to this button that says that for this submit claim selector, where the button, this is identifying the button based on this text of selector. So this is in body, main, div, and from button where the name is submit claim. So let's say like in future, if it's changed to enter a claim or request a claim or request a reimbursement, then also like our Power Automate desktop flow should not break. So that is the intent. So over here, I will just click on save. We are not changing anything, And now the important part, how to enable the self-healing. So self-healing is per action based. So once you click on this action, let's say this submit claim again. So we have this on error. So once you click on error, we have this retry policy, and under that we have this self-healing. So it's a AI generated feature. So retry with AI to auto repair missing element error at runtime. So once you select it, then it will enable that self-healing feature on your flow on this action. So it's per by action, it's not by entire flow. Per action you can enable it, and you can also review the error handling part where like element bits specified, CSS selector not found. So these are the rules like it will follow. It will try to do the self-healing, and over here you can also do this retry policy where right now it's none, or you can do fixed interval. So it will try, let's say 3 times before any failure, because sometimes it happens that AI generated result or AI generated feature takes time, do some incorrect thing. So it will try for 3 times till it identify the right selector. So you can keep it based on your retry policy, you can keep it an interval, and that interval you can do that in 2 minutes or seconds. So right now it's seconds, it will try into 2 seconds again. And that's how you enable this self-healing capability on your flow. So right now we have enabled it on submit claim, and I can just save it. And once you save it and you try to run that from console means like your this Power Automate desktop area, you can run it from here, or you can call it via any cloud flow. So that's a two-way where self-healing will try to auto-correct the things or the execution based on the AI generative behavior. So let's try to run this. So right now I can just run it from here. It initiated the execution. So now right now it worked fine because my this submit claim button selector was submit claim itself. But what I can do, I can have this submit claim button named renamed using this v0 versal, and I will say like change the submit claim to enter text to enter a claim text. So now my this button text would be changed. So I will just give that prompt so that my form can be updated. I will publish this updated form, and then we will again try our Power Automate to flow to run so that it can do the self-healing. So we will not change anything into our selector, but we'll expect our flow to run perfectly. I'm just publishing it. I will refresh my form and I would see a new button, enter a claim. So now we will run our Power Automate desktop flow again, and we will not touch any of the selector over here, but we will still try to run it. Now it's updating it. So let's see. So now with the enter a claim button selector change, then also it was successfully able to submit the form without any error. So this is the self-healing capability which is there, which automatically judges the selectors or the UI element smartly, like with the generative AI feature, and then it do the same flow action which it used to do earlier. So conceptually, instead of like saying button not found, it smartly brought that the same button with a different selector and completed that operation. So with this self-healing in place, you move your basic automation to a more structured and dependable implementation so that you need not to change the UI elements frequently. So that's how like we built our more resilient Power Automate flow using this self-healing feature. So I hope you will also find it useful and you may implement that into your Power Automate automations. And just remember, it's in preview. So that is it for today's video. Thank you. If you have any questions, please do drop your comment. I will try to answer.